Welcome to a zerok 4 versus 4 that has been promised to us as cinema, requested by one of the spectators and then sent in by another, or at least someone else. Not sure if they were actually spectating during the game. They were not, seemingly. Alright. Oh wait, they were playing actually, that's it, right. Anyways, on the southern side, we've got in the light blue teal, it is spiders for Charlu. In the purple, we've got a Felon Rush for Shkuzi. With shields, because otherwise you can't have a Felon Rush. In the blue, we've got a Doge Lord with rovers and already upgrading commander. Not really sure if I support that. I would go for no. And then in the green, it is Iberes, I don't know, with cloak bards. On the other side, what do we have? Well, on the hills, or like within the cliffs, just part of the map, it is a Sorcerer Yi. In the purple, pink for spiders. In the orange, tanks for logics. Back then they were actually called logics. In the yellow, Velovsky with jump bots. And rovers for Doyo 19. In the red, rover. Yes, rover indeed. Right. It's a map that has like a very clear two sides. You've got a very flat part in the east, and then a section that has like some quite awful pathing for certain factories on the western side. It's not that bad. You can definitely use vehicles over here. I mean, there are definitely some stretches where it is completely flat. But something like spiders does have a advantage by being able to climb on top of these hills and all that. Which is especially nice for your recluse and such. Anyways, Felon! Okay, it is out. Now, rush! Push with them, I guess, because otherwise it is not ideal. Over on this side, we've got a couple of Scotches already out. For both teams, and with this many glaives you should be able to handle that without any issues. Commander, please do not be idle. Either start constructing turrets to hold the line or start creating eco. Not doing both, going to try and engage, but it's just too slow for that. Scorches always a bit of a weird fight to gauge who is going to win that, because it completely depends on micro, more so than, well, a lot of other raiders, because they always need to be chased. They don't want to be chased. You don't want to chase a Scorcher. It wants to be chased. So a Scorcher on the retreat is especially dangerous. A lot of reclaim over here, and there you've got Velasquez already going for it there with the commander. Green, not doing that. He is now creating a couple of maxes. Nice, of course. But getting the reclaim is probably better, and they are going for it indeed. Because, well, reclaim is temporary, maxes are forever. Normally that would mean that you go for the maxes, but no, in this game, it is a reclaim first, maxes second. Because otherwise the enemy takes the reclaim. Singular Ravager moving forward, not ideal, and pushed back in fact. So, last little bit of reclaim will all be for the southern team. Does give them a little bit of an advantage for eco, but not that significant. Ravagers under fire by Ronin might be pushed back a little bit. Yeah, there they go. Glaives always nice against, assaults. Not always, most of the time they're nice against assaults. Commander though, hold in place, and Ravagers are strong, so could the commander go down? It definitely could. Will it go down? I think it will. Assuming that the Ravagers focus on it. That is a little bit of an if, but indeed, there goes the commander. You do still lose all of your Ravagers pretty much, so it's not a terrible fight for Team South. Not great, I mean they do lose 300 value and the commander, so permanent eco as well. But it definitely could have been a worse fight if the Ravagers kept focusing on the commander. Over here, a little bit of a shield bar, but also a skirmisher push at the same time. Not ideal because, yeah, you don't have the best of both worlds. You have the worst, pretty much, because you don't have the shield to keep your felons up, and you have two of them, so you drain it incredibly quickly, and after that everything dies because low HP. Yeah. I mean, Minotaur going down, so yeah. It was pushing it a little bit with how far forward it went. Oh well. So it was because of that. And possibly a decent fight. I think one Felon did go down, right? I don't see the wreck. What is that here? Yeah, Felon going down over there. So indeed, not exactly a good fight then. Over the spiders, we haven't really looked at them. But raiding going to be commencing shortly, and it definitely could. I mean, this is open. Shield is of course your own team. If these just run forwards, this is open. What's the fastest unit they've got? Their own fleas. And otherwise they have to send a couple of rovers back. Fleas can do a lot of damage, but they will have to hurry up because otherwise the redback comes in. If that gets into range, then these could all die. Yeah, I mean, Eco could have been killed pretty much fully. Like, there is not a single turret that would be able to, well, fight against fleas. And how many fleas do you have? 19, almost 20 fleas. You probably had 20 before Redback engaged. Or like the other spiders engaged. So that's like 1000 DPS. Since these are like 51 these days. Yeah, 51 DPS each. Yeah, that's a lot of DPS. 1000 DPS. A lot of this could have gone down had they pushed forwards. And it's not even a significant investment. It's like 500 metal. So, yeah. Still, over there, I mean, even just with a single redback, it's going to be difficult to engage that with fleas. You need to clean that up with either your own recluse that you are sending in, or with some venoms or your own redback. Could definitely work. And then you can use the fleas against the hermits. Though currently these things are not in fact engaging, so redback is not going down. There it goes, question mark, not yet. Fleas now in range. I mean, they are of course, well, redback does have a little bit of overkill against fleas. It's not like a mace or some kind of other almost continuous fire weapon. It's a pulsed weapon, so not as good against fleas, but still very scary for those fleas. But with all of those venoms coming in, they could easily clean that up. And they can still move forwards. But they are a bit hesitant. Not really sure why. I mean, yeah, with fleas and all of those venoms, you can push that. At least secure all of that reclaim, which you're currently not doing. Yeah. You can definitely move forwards and like take the position. Over here, Scythe to be scouting. Scouting for what kind of artillery? I guess for a sling. Makes sense. Jack almost gone, so could easily get killed off by even Fencer. Before getting into range, of course. And over here, couple of rovers, but not that many. They can't really engage this, though. These units not ideal to have them sit outside of the shield. So Firewalker was able to do a nice job over there. Still, there they come. Now, push! All of those fleas going forwards now. 1, 2, 3. There they go. Slowly. Faster. Moving forwards. Like, there. Just send them there immediately. Don't hold back. Don't delay. Don't have them get killed by the energy pylon and all that. Nor by the maxes. Maxes have a oh, that hurts. Yeah. That's the issue with fleas. You really have to pay attention to them, that they don't get too close to enemy structures. Or like, close to anything, pretty much. You just blow on them incorrectly, they will already fall over and die. Oh well. Scythes, good number of them, so could probably start sniping a couple of these firewalkers. Once they cloak up again. I mean, just 2 of them is not going to be enough. Although, I say that, I don't see anything that's close by to, well, deal with them. So, yeah, indeed, there they go. Scythes moving forward. I mean, they did get 1, right? Or not? No, they didn't even. Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. Yes. No. No, they didn't. Yeah, no. Could have been really good, but they were focusing on too many firewalkers at the same time, I guess. Yeah, this one almost dead, that one's almost dead, so yeah. Oh well. Bit of a shame there. Advanced geothermal up for Team North, Team South not going for that. They're going for fusion, which is less efficient, like significantly so. Bit weird that they're doing that. Maybe they don't know there is a fusion on this map. Multiples even. Even just like geothermal. Geothermal normally already like 500 metal for 25 energy. So only half the cost of a fusion, yet getting most of the energy back. And upgraded, they're even better. 100 energy for 1500 cost. I think that also makes them better efficiency than the Singularity, right? Yeah, because that's 225 for 4000, yeah. So if you have, well, map control, good enough map control to get geothermals, especially upgraded ones, please do get them up. Anyways, over here, well, it's a bit of a fireball that I can't really see through, so that's going to be an issue. But yeah, a lot of artillery from Team North, Team South a little bit less so. I mean, yeah, there are a good number of units, but all of them are slings, so not the most impactful or like artillery. That is not a very good inferno, except for the fact that the Phantom is in fact going back. So maybe? Yeah, WTF silo indeed. Phantom not uncovered, so yeah. That's a waste of 600 metal. 500. I guess Inferno is cheaper than... yeah, it is. Cheaper than EOS. Right. Anyway, spiders on this side. Could you move forwards? I mean, you could definitely take that commander easily. I mean, like, send 4 or 5 Venoms in there and you just kill it. Almost before the enemy can react. Though you probably need like a couple more or a little bit of support for that. Because these are quite close by. Still, commander could be sniped. And even this army, it's not that scary. Like Hermit are assaults, so not a big deal. Why are you... oh, caretaker. Right. And Crab. Crab is of course dangerous, but if it is stunned and you do have the Venom and Widow Factory, if it is stunned, it doesn't do a lot, so you can definitely push forwards and kill them. All. Yeah. I don't think that would be a very big problem, right? I mean, you know about the Crab, that's for sure. Yeah. And I'm not sure what you know about this army. Please switch. There you go. Yeah. With just 5 little Venoms, 6 Venoms. Here you will not be able to engage that, but still. You definitely had a chance. You had your moment. Like, you could have had your moment. You didn't have it. To engage that. Are you getting up? There it is, here it is. No, you're just going for fleas. Alright. I definitely would like to see a Widow. In this case you would need 2 since Crab is armored up. But 2 Widows. Either for, well, Commander or in this case Crab as well. Against Commander you would be... no... 1 is just barely not sufficient. Anyways, Ghost Turret not armored up, so not taking as much damage as you might like. And fleas, make sure they are spread out, because otherwise, or at least dodge the Crab shots, because otherwise AoE is going to wreck your day. Commander jumping in does leave it vulnerable, but you don't have the units to really kill it right now. And Crab is outranging everything over there. So you need to get Widow. Your own Crab is not going to be enough. At least I don't think so, because of all of the support they currently have with the Crab. And sure, you do have, well, 11 Widows, Venoms yourself. I mean, that is enough to stun the Crab, right? Even though it is armored up. At least, like, quickly enough to just try and burst it down, but like with all of that, not sure, I don't think so. Anyways, over here, EMP dropped. Not the most significant since you're not pushing in. And you're also not like throwing down an Inferno afterwards or something like that. This though, it seems very scary. And it is definitely a lot of DPS. But they will run out of DPS very quickly as well. It's not a very scary shield ball in that regard. I mean, it has only 16,000 shield total. And tank numbers over here for Team North are definitely better. It's a couple of... 3 Cyclops on the field? Oh my. 3 Cyclops. Yeah, that can definitely do a lot of damage. 2 Jacks, sure. I mean, they can soak, but I don't think those are going to be that important right now. At least not on this side. If you have them to protect your Cyclops, just to soak damage from those Paladins or even from the skirms, it might be good. And watch out with your Juggernaut. 800 HP. Soon to go down even, I would assume. 700. Stunned, killed by Phantom. I don't know what you were thinking. You were healing that up a second earlier, right? I thought you were. Anyways, over on this side, Scorpion is up. There we had a Scorpion quite a long time already. But yeah, Scorpion is up. I don't see the response. Of course, against Scorpion, Widow is a little bit more difficult, just because, well, it is cloaked. But even then, Widow, you only need 2 of them. Which is like 700 cost? No, 600 cost. Does cost you quite a significant amount of energy. But still. They don't have that much. They've got all of their army, or like all of their value, concentrated in 2 units. Scorpion and Crab, and I guess if you count the Commander, that's in 3. Not an ideal fight for shields either, because as soon as the Crab is able to pierce the shields, everything there dies. Just because it's not that high HP. And it's all outranged by the Crab, so yeah, you really need to watch out. Over here you were like pinging and all that, I guess, for the low HP Scorpion. Alright. And they already say GG. GG? I definitely don't think so. Not for Team North, at least. They have a bunch of chances. Over on the western side over here. Well, yeah, the Crab is now under fire. But you could also lose a lot of this shortly. Assuming units, like, well, get close and start fighting. They're currently not doing that, oh well. Also, Scorpion, use your manual weapon before you get stunned, please. Because I do assume you're going to get stunned. You are indeed stunned. And only 2 little Venoms left. You will not... you are stunned now. You're not going to lose it? I don't think so. No, indeed you're not. Okay. You did lose your Crab. I say not losing it. It's close though. Especially because it is still stunned. Now it's running. Manual weapon is not nearly back. And it is... dead, because finally you get the Widows in range. I was looking for those a long time, but I didn't see them. Yeah. You did lose 3 Widows, I believe, in the explosion. Which is... yeah, that does hurt a little bit. Like 800, 900 value. But it's not too bad. Still though, Team North with the better eco right now. Does that make up for the 10% loss in attrition? Probably, because that loss has only, well, has gone down to like 4%. Yeah. Commander over there will be reclaiming all of that as well. So, yeah. Also, Shield Ball, it just keeps moving. Not really focusing on a single position. Commander dodging enough Recluse shots? No, it doesn't. Recluse. Rogue shots. So, Commander down. Nicely done. And it is going back again. No, it is not. It is going even further forwards. Okay. A lot of Racketeers here, 9 of them. That stuns a lot, 22,000 burst. Is enough to instantly stun or like disarm a Scorpion. Or pretty much anything else they've got on the field. This though, Paladin, OP Pala. Yeah, I mean the Spire has been taken by the Crab. But Paladin is strong. 3000 burst is in its, well, lance weapon. The like Tachyon Accelerator, I believe it's called. Yep. But against armored up Crab that only does 1000 damage, of course. And you don't have that much to support, but you also have like nothing else on that side. So Commander could, well, Paladin can still just push that without too many issues, I would assume. And in the middle, yeah, you've got a lot of like disarm and all that. It's all really squishy. At least what's not? Oh dear. I don't want those. Except for those Minotaurs, you've got only like 26,000 HP. In like a lot of value. Shields all drained, so Felons are completely useless. You do lose another Felon there. And yeah, I mean, as long as the Cyclops retreat when needed, Team North is making a very good cost over here. Should already be out of range of everything except for the Racketeers. And minus 3400 value shown by the attrition tracker. Yeah. You've fallen below 100% attrition for a little bit there, Team South. That's not that nice. Because, yeah, you were already like not in a perfect position. Against like double Scorpion over there and almost full HP Paladin. You're going to have a bit of an uphill battle, I'd say. Of course, yeah, here with like 4 Widows. 4 Widows, you do have enough to stun the Paladin, but with the Redbacks close by as well, it's unlikely that you're going to get a stun off, I would assume. It depends. I mean, if the Redbacks are not defending, I mean, you do get the stun. It's a 30-second stun, but where's your DPS to follow up? Big boom by the Cloaked Snitches over there. Nicely done there, I think, Logics. But yeah, Paladin, stunned, so it is delayed. But that's it. It is not going down. Even though you've got like a lot of Lotus close by, that's not enough against the Paladin. And a couple more seconds, 3 more seconds, it will be up again. Only thing, Widow is once again in range, kind of. Not really. Commander, the stun might be better to take just the Commander there, I'd say. Because even now, 7000 HP on the Paladin. Commander, yeah, it's less expensive, but it was also only 4000 HP. Would have been down by now. Paladin could be healed up by the Commander, though it's not currently actually doing that, the Commander. So I guess Paladin is going to just go down to turret spam? I mean, Commander is actually just not helping out the Paladin. How much build power do you have? Only 8? 12. 12 build power. That would have at least... Yeah, I think so, right? Would have at least helped you, like, keep it alive for a little bit longer. Double Weaver was close as well, so that's another 15. I think you could have had that stay up. The issue is, I don't know what your personal, like, energy eco is. So I'm not sure if you would be able to sustain that. At like 42 energy per second repair. But it definitely would have been a good idea, I'd say. Because it allows you to get the other units close by, maybe try to take a couple of those turrets down. Oh well. All of a sudden, Team South with 103% attrition and a bunch of reclaim for the taken. Yeah. Over here, that should also all be for them. So, although it was looking quite decent for Team North, definitely not GG territory, all of a sudden, it is now looking amazing for Team South. They've got the better energy eco. How, I don't really know. Oh, there it is. That's how. Singularity. Still no geothermals though. Well, one, but like not upgraded. And a little bit of a sneaky little scythe. Should have also spotted the Paladin. So at least you know to prepare for that. Especially because you should have seen how far done it was. And I really don't know. I mean, you've got only 15 hermits. How much value do you have there in just like turrets and all that? 6,000, 6,500, even more if I just like select all of it. Like, yeah, 12,000 value over there. That's a lot. It really is. I mean, you do now have your own Paladin. Still facing off against like 4 Cyclops. And Cloak Snitchers by the highest level player in the game today. That we've already seen was able to use them quite effectively. Though in this case they are not. I mean, they do make cost. I mean, a Racketeer is like 340, I believe, right? Yeah, 340, whereas a Snitch is only 170, 180. Yeah, 170. So, yeah, it is still made cost. Not as well as you would have liked from a Snitch, I'd say. Paladin is going to be holding its own there. Not really under much of a threat. Except for maybe Cyclops, but even then. Poor Cyclops. Don't have DPS though. Not that much DPS at least. So pull your Paladin back and it will survive. Double Juggernaut. What? It's down? How then? It's down! Just like that. Oh, right. I mean, they didn't pull back. But since when do you have like that much DPS? Yeah, only 300 DPS, that times 5, so that does stack up quite nicely. Still, against 30,000 HP on a Paladin. Okay, sure. I feel like the Paladin should have been able to survive, but hey, I said the same thing on the other side as well. And they didn't. Both of them did not survive. Team North's Paladin is almost up. He's up, there it goes. Next one is already under construction, but that will take a long time. And Team South's second Paladin is already up as well. Full HP, even more fuller HP than the last one. And Team South definitely with better map control. It's not by much, but still. This is ahead of the 50% line. And this is pretty much where Team North's eco really ends. And even then, like, look at those. That's like 5 maxes that they easily should be able to have. Completely dead. One small thing though. This eco is still exposed, isn't it? It is! You can just flee push. Line. Geothermal. All of it is dead. Someone please make a couple of Swifts. Make them think a nuke is incoming. And then just raid them to death with fleas. Would that be the killing blow though? It might be. I mean, if you lose that much of your eco. Like, how much eco do they have over there? That's a lot, right? Yeah, like 30 metal, 40 energy. In just that section, like, combine this. Yeah, that's a lot. They might be able to survive off of reclaim in the meantime, but still, it's going to cost them. It really is. Juggernauts, all of them quite damaged, but are also in like a decent position still to just retreat and not die. There you go. You are in range of Juggernaut, almost taking it down. Do slings to get it? No, they don't. Okay. And where's that stun going? I don't know. I mean, into the conflicts, that's a good target as well. Prevent them from getting the reclaim. And 100 eco only for Team North. Yeah. take the eco down and they have like 60 eco. Oops. They're dead. Who could have seen it coming? No, but like... currently Team South is winning, so I do get why they're not really trying to do something else. They don't need to. And hey, maybe the Hermits will just start raiding in a couple of seconds. Once they clean up these last 2 Recluse. And they push forwards. Wrong forwards, but they are pushing forwards. Yeah. Okay. Hesitant player for sure, that Charlo. Poor Juggernauts, could those jump onto your Paladin? Also like 5 jacks with like, that's 1500 DPS and just those. It's scary. But still, like 30,000 HP and a lot of support. You don't think that Paladin is going to go down, right? I don't. I mean, it really shouldn't, unless someone is going to start team killing with Lancers or something like that. So, yeah. 3 more jacks are alive. 2, 1, and make it 0. And not even the flea was able to take down the Paladin. It's still heavily damaged, so it should not be pushing forwards. Indeed, get back. So that's like the not pushing forward spot. But yeah, that's a lot of reclaim. 2000 reclaim. Amazing fight from Team South as well. 7,000 to 2,000. And over here, Hermit starting to push. Will be pushing into a missile silo. That's going to be wasting its EMP, assuming that the Hermits keep moving. Which they're not doing, and that means a significant number of them do get stunned. Commander is still just dead in the water though, if you just push forwards with the other Hermits you've got. I think that is something for Charlotte to like take away from this match maybe, like push forwards if you have the advantage. Or like if you have the like units. Like now the Paladin will be up. Shortly, 3 seconds. Right. All of a sudden it's a whole different ballgame. Had you been there like 5 seconds earlier, you could have just like killed off this entire player and 10,000 worth in Paladin because it was not under construction anymore. Now you are rightly going back. Right. Team North, are you back in the game with double Paladin and a couple of Cyclops? No. No, I don't think so. I mean, you're 180 versus 140, 150 eco. At the same time though, 4, 5 Phantoms going down. And gotta feed it. Oh, definitely, because otherwise it's not 2 Paladins, then it's only 1 Paladin. And the Recluse have a lot of damage. Please are doing a good job, at least distracting the Recluse and all that. Still, Paladin going back, and that's the best solution, because it is like almost in 2-shot range of Phantom. Last Phantom does not get cleaned up. Okay. Over here, Xeno tried its best, and it has definitely slowed down a lot of Hermits. But still, I mean, Commander and the Paladin will just be pushing forward and should easily be able to take this position down. Is it happening? Is it finally happening? The thing that could have happened like, well, literally like 25 minutes earlier, where they like take down this entire base and all of this eco. No, it's not happening because they're just sitting there, letting the enemy prepare. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. There they go. There they go, there they go. Come on, fleas, you can do it. Enemy has fewer fleas, so it is not a bad fight for you there. Paladin does not in fact stun the fleas, and you are now in the eco. Split them up though, and like don't get hit by the metal extractor damage. Oh well, they're running in one by one, so you are still taking a good fight over there. You could still be doing more damage though. Bit of a shame that you are just sitting there. But at least it showed that yes, raiding would have definitely been possible. Metal Extractor could be going down to Inferno there. Base will not go down, but maybe the bandits will. And a double Paladin. One is 8,000 HP only. Ooh, a lot of slings on the fire, Rectears on the fire. Ooh. I mean, they will hold on, at least most of them will. Except, no, because they're sitting there in the fire. Oh well, more Rectears will be going down, I guess. Most of the slings do survive, but yeah. They don't have the DPS, not really. Still though, 6,000, 7,000-ish on Paladin number 1. And will not be stunned by the enemy Paladin, will be stunned. No, it won't. Not even close, it was this on that I was looking at. Anyways, second Paladin there. Will it be enough to like defend the first? Maybe? I mean, it is not paralyzed. Run it back at least a little bit. Because you're almost in range of like enemy Paladin, and like double Phantom could be getting close to you as well. Detriment not going to go up anytime soon, like 7 more minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, and Odin moving forward, but yeah, the enemy doesn't have any singularities. They do have a geothermal, that is not in fact protected by any like neutron towers or even anti-air, like any. Like, why did no one go for like raiding? Or a couple of air units earlier? Why did we have to wait 30 minutes for those? Team South definitely was ahead most of this game, but with all of those Cyclops and a couple of Paladins, Team North might have been able to push back halfway through.